Hello, and this is Dr. Hijazi. I'm here with my students, Lauren, very nice young lady. She's interested in learning about the if statement, and we're going to go and discuss everything possible that we need to know about if statement. First of all, if we talk about if statement, we need to understand it's a decision-making function. So we are giving the chance to choose at least between two alternatives. So first, just like anything else, in Excel, let's assume that I have a quantity. Say I wanted to go ahead and a score or something, score of a test. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one here, 10, 90, 100, 58, 80, 90, 87. So we have to make a decision based on certain condition. The condition we're going to make up, if any of these score is greater than or equal to 80, so this is greater than or equal to 80, that's the cut, then we will actually say the word pass. Otherwise, we're going to say the word fail. Okay? Before we even apply the condition using the if function, let's go ahead and take a look at this data. If we take a look at 10, this is supposed to be receiving fail, right? This is going to be receiving pass. This is pass. This is fail. This is pass. This is pass. How about 80? 80, something we need to think about a little bit. If I say to you greater than or equal, then the 80 will be included in the decision. So let's go ahead and say the action, which means to pass, or you could call it whatever you want, of course. The action is going to be one of two, either fail or pass. But here we're not doing any calculation. We're only communicating a text, a message, a word, a statement. So if I'm actually saying anything in word, then I have to enclose that between double quotes. Is that clear? First of all, let's go ahead and do the condition. I'm saying if this, regardless of what it is, okay, because that could change. That's why I'm using the address for that cell, not the value itself. All right? If this is greater than or equal to the cut, which is 80, that's mean if the condition is true, then the first action will say, it doesn't matter what you want to say. I'm going to be more friendly. I'm going to say here, congratulations, you passed. You see that? I could write anything I want. Okay? Between the double quote. I will say here, sorry, you failed. Okay? It could be a little bit nicer, but that's the fact that they did. Okay? So if I hit enter, I'm going to press Control Enter to stay on the same cell. See that? I'll get sorry, you failed. And then I could go ahead and click on the fill handle twice to take me all the way down. Is that clear? Notice now, each one of those, I'm going to go ahead and click on between this to spread it. Each of those basically going to respond to the condition. What about if I change this 10 to 89? Look here. When you do, Lauren, when I change the 10 to 89, immediately it changed the condition. So everything is done as automatic recalculation. Is that clear? So this is an action that results into what? Into actual wording. Okay? But not all of the action. Some of the action actually based on calculation. Let's take a look at that. Are you ready? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stay within the same. Let's assume this is actually a sale. Okay? All right. So I have multiple sales, and I'm making up those values very quickly. Okay? Okay? And we're going to go ahead and say, all right, if the value of the sale is greater than $500, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and make this is, okay? We're going to give 10% discount. Otherwise, we're going to give 5% discount. Is that clear? So now we're going to first of all do the discount. I'm saying here if this value, regardless of what it is greater than or equal to 500, that is the cut, then I'm going to go ahead and give 10%. Otherwise, we're going to give 5%. Do you notice that the 10% and the 5%, those are numbers? Is that clear? I should not include them between the double quotes. Because if I do enclose them between the double quotes, then they're going to be treated as a word. Is that clear? So now when I hit this Control Enter to stay on the same cell, it's going to give me the 10%. I will change it to 10% in a heartbeat because it's a formatting issue. See that? Then I'm going to go ahead and put this 2 in order to align it. Okay? Just in case, you change the percentage later to 9.5. So I'll be able to see. We haven't done the discounted amount. Okay? See that? The discounted amount. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this and make it, here we go. I'm going to go to this cell and I'm going to go ahead and do the text wrap. See that? So it will be actually staying within the same width of the cell. So I don't have to really attack the cell to the right. Is that clear? The discounted I want basically is this guy multiplied by this guy. See that? Then we're going to hit Control Enter to stay on the same cell. Some people hit that Enter, moves into the next cell. See that? It's a way of, it shows, and here we go. We get that. So notice here that the calculation was done by showing the percentage. But let me show you that I could do that, all of this at once. Like I could go ahead and say, okay, let me go ahead and get the discounted amount here again. See that? Which is misspelled. No big deal. We're going to go to the review and do the spell check. Always good to do that. Here we go. See that? See that? And also make sure that you can do this. But now, let's assume that I don't want to show the discount. I want to do the calculation immediately. See that? So I'm going to say here, if this one here is greater than or equal to 500, then take this itself and multiply that by 10%. You see that? Don't enclose that between the double quotes. It will not do the calculation. Is that clear? Otherwise, you take this guy here, and of course it's not going to show because it's attacking the screen. I'll show you in a second what I mean by that. Multiplied by 5%. And here we go. Let me go ahead and hit Enter. And I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so you could see the formula. See that? This is the action when it's actually the value in D2 is greater than 500. Greater than or equal to 500. This is what they get if it's less than. Actually, if it's less than 500. Is that clear? And here we go. I could go ahead and click the fill handle twice. The fill handle is very, very helpful. You can use that by clicking on the double click if you do have a data to the left. Okay? If you don't have a data to the left, it will not work. So you have to really pull it yourself. Did that help? Mm-hmm. If there's any other question?
Can I try this and see if I can do it real quick?
Okay, let's go ahead and stop the videos then.
Okay.
Then you're going to do that yourself. Then we'll see how much you learn from this. Okay. All right? Thank you.